Thank you, Jane. Hello and welcome to our service. We are the Rogue Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, or RUF, in Ashland, Oregon. My name is Merak Milligan, and this is the part where I tell you why I'm a part of RUF. A couple weeks ago, the last time I was up here, I said I was part of RUF because we all come together to get things done when big things happen. And I want to add to that we all appreciate each other freely for that work. So if I haven't thanked you yet, I want you to know that I appreciate you. Thank you. We are happy to welcome you to our service, both online and in person. We want to especially thank the members of the stream team who are helping make the online service happen, and the members of the neighborhood team who welcome the on-site congregation and provide coffee hour. We invite you to sign up for our mailing list on rvuuf.org. You will receive a weekly email that gives you all the information you need to make the decision about whether you'd like to join us on Sunday morning on site or online. You will also learn about other great things going on at RUF. We are glad you're here with us for this service, and we invite you to join us in our mission, embracing diversity, empowering connection, and engaging in the work. Now we'll have an announcement from Donna Barrett, the board president. On the brighter side, we want to make sure that you come to coffee hour right after the service today, as we'll be honoring longtime RUF member Eleanor Knight on her last day with us. We've got some incredibly good gluten-free cake and cupcakes from the Cupcake Bakery in Medford. And Eleanor, if you'd like to stand up so we can acknowledge who you are. Eleanor is moving to Hood River this Friday to be near her other daughter. Both her daughters are here with us today. Eleanor's been the RUF library guru and archivist, among other contributions, and is a former president of the Canadian Unitarian Council, an all-around wonderful person. Jackie wrote those words, if you want to thank people. We begin each service by acknowledging that our building is built on land that began of the home of the Cow Creek Umpqua, Takelma, Shasta, and Lagawa people. We remind ourselves that Indigenous people are part of our communities and continue to experience the effects of colonization. We are committed to fighting for the worth and dignity of Indigenous people, both in our community and around the world. These services are a part of that work. No matter where you are going on your journey today, no matter if you carry a burden or the deepest of joys, no matter how weary and thirsty you may be, pause here. Take a quiet breath. Rest in peacefulness. Be renewed and restored. For in a short while, the journey will continue with its worries and troubles and joys and promise. Until then, let us join in minds and hearts and worship together. On the first Sunday of every month, we collect donations of food and financial gifts for the Ashland Community Food Bank. The food bank has been a part of our community for over 40 years, providing food to those in need. The need continues to grow, so we invite you to come forward with your gifts at this time, knowing your generosity makes a real difference in our community.
Good morning. My name is Daniel Owens, and as a way of introduction, I work as a full-time chaplain at Providence Hospital, and I am grateful to you, for Ruth, for sponsoring my journey to becoming a nationally board-certified chaplain. I have my interview in October. The UUA needs to know that I am active member of a congregation. Thank you. I live in Medford with my wife Claire and our 6 cats. We light our chalice today, symbol of Unitarian Universalism, with words by Leah Derlin Jones. This morning, as we light this flame, we remember friends and loved ones, near and far, and we give thanks. As the fire burns brightly, we open our minds and hearts to new ways of being, and we feel alive. As the room glows with warmth and with kindness, we extend our circle ever wider to welcome those who want to come in, and we know love.
Good morning. So our opening song today is in your teal hymnal, number 1008. It's by a wonderful woman named Joyce Poley, who is a UU and lives in Canada. And I had the good fortune of working with her in a workshop, like 15 years ago. And we learned this song. So please stand in body or spirit and join me in When Our Heart Is in a Holy Place. It's just as perky as Joyce.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom of each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, get ready to turn the page. Blessed with love and amazing grace, when our heart is in a holy place. Last page. When our heart is in a holy place.
Our hearts in a loving place? Good morning. My name is Carola Lacey, and I am a member of the anti-racist team. I'm taking the liberty of broadening the scope of our team to include other marginalized people. In our ashen cocoon, we are not exposed to the big populations of blacks and other minorities found in large cities. In Ashland, we have many homeless people and many poor families struggling to survive. We can and do reach out to these folks. Some of the homeless have lost teeth. Their hair is a matted mess, and their clothes tattered and dirty. Yet they too carry that of God within themselves, just like everyone else. Let us not judge a book by its cover. I greet everyone I pass on the street, except when in large crowds. Worse than being hated is being ignored. So reaching out to them, I say, "Good morning," or "Hello." Most respond in kind. Some just grunt. One man ignored me. I remember one man that I greeted. He was so surprised that he stumbled for words. He returned my greeting and then added, "I like your hat." So we both spread some joy. It is such a good feeling. Maybe you too greet the homeless. If not, I invite you to join the unofficial Good Morning Club. In closing, remember that a stranger is just someone I haven't met yet. A stranger is just someone I haven't met yet. Goodbye.
It is our practice each time we gather to light a candle for peace. We take this moment to call to mind our commitment to peace of mind, peace in our homes, peace in our communities, and peace in the world. Today's words are from A Spark of Hope by Melanie Davis. If ever there were a time for a candle in the darkness, this would be it. Using a spark of hope, kindle the flame of love, ignite the light of peace, and feed the flame of justice. Today's reading is from Words Under the Words, selected poems by Naomi Shihab Nye. Kindness. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go so you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to mail letters and purchase bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend.
Our centering this morning is going to involve some movement, so I invite you to stand in body or spirit. Many of you know this already. We've done it several times. I will be gentle with myself. And the words are, and the movements are, I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. Goes like this. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. Again. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. One more time. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment.
Being mindful of the present, the now, allows us to stay in a state of flow and to stay grounded, while planning enables us to be more readily able to achieve our personal, professional, and spiritual goals. Is it a contradiction to be mindful and plan for the future at the same time? Not necessarily. There are benefits to staying in the present while allowing ourselves to look into future plans and find ways to bring the anticipation for those future plans into the present. Some benefits from practicing mindfulness include lower stress, anxiety, and depression, increased ability to concentrate and focus, and increased intuition and ability to be in the zone. Some benefits of planning for your future include allowing us to make decisions about what we'd like to accomplish in our lives, providing a sense of structure, and increasing confidence and life satisfaction. The focus on the present is foundational for managing stress, thereby lessening the chances of conditions such as heart disease and chronic pain. Mindfulness is mentioned in a lot of recovery groups. We have all heard the phrase, one day at a time. You may have also read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Staying in the present moment is about awareness. Mindfulness is almost like picking and choosing your battles. Yes, you need to plan for bills and vacations, but you don't have to be buried with stress. Different studies highlight the positive role that anticipation plays when we are looking into the future. Waiting for a pleasing event like a vacation. Anticipation for a positive event can bring us enjoyment, while proactively coping for a potentially negative event may help reduce stress. The goal is not to spend time and energy worrying about the future. We cannot control future events, but there is value in anticipating positive results. Here are a few life examples of plans and action steps you can take now for a successful future later. Packing now for a weekend trip. Choosing flower seeds for next year's garden. Choosing a greeting card or a gift to give to a loved one later. Mindfulness teaches us to be more present with our goals. Goals can be lots of important things for us. They can set our direction of travel, enhance our focus, increase our motivation, and produce measurable outcomes. When put to skillful use, our goals can support and nurture the emergence of self, allowing us to be more fully aware, more fully present, and more fully engaged with the world around us. In the book, The Secret, published in 2006, author Rhonda Byrne talks about the belief of the law of attraction, which claims that thought alone can influence objective circumstances within one's life. The book was published after a film was made under the same name. Byrne introduces the notion that thinking about certain things will make them appear in one's life. Byrne cites a three-step process: ask, believe, and receive. Ask, believe, and receive. This is based on a quotation from the Bible, from the book of Matthew, chapter 21, verse 22. Whatever you ask for in prayer with faith, you will receive. I think The Secret provides an important lesson. If we think about what we want and we dream, somehow these things seem more likely to materialize and to manifest. We have probably all experienced making a dream board and visualizing our desires, our hopes, and our dreams. I remember hearing a story, and it might have been here that I heard it, when a woman found herself in a dark room with no light. She wanted to find the exit. She had a flashlight, and it shone before her. By being mindful of one step ahead of her, she was able to get closer to her destination, one step at a time. Staying in the present can bring us closer to our dreams for the future and closer to our destination. As many of you know, I live with bipolar disorder. It's a mental illness with mood swings from highs to lows, from mania to depression. About 20 years ago, I had an episode of mania. It was brought on by my not taking my prescribed medications and moving to a community where I was not familiar with anyone and had no friendships there and no support. I had been called there to serve as a minister for a fellowship in California. I had been called with a unanimous vote to be the parish minister. Unfortunately, due to my mania, I was unable to start the ministry, and soon after, I resigned from the ministry. After I came down from the mania, I fell into a state of depression, and many of you can relate to how I felt. It was not merely a sadness, but a deep well of existential despair. I was filled with shame and with regret. I believed that I was a bad person and that I was unlovable because of what I had done and because of what had happened to me when I got depressed. I moved to Southern Oregon to be near my family. Some of you know my deceased parents, Leroy and Mary Jo. They were my greatest supporters. I went to therapy and it helped. Slowly, I went over the story of my life and took a realistic look at my experiences. My bipolar disorder diagnosis does not change the goodness of my soul. After several years, I started to love myself again and to appreciate the good person that I am. After years of pain, I again saw the light in my soul and the joy of being me. I was filled with hope. At that time, it had been years since I had been in an intimate relationship with someone. Truly, it is very hard to love another person when we don't love ourselves. In my newfound optimism, I started to envision how I could be in a loving relationship with another person. And I was scared at first. Then I slowly made my way out of my shell. I continued to talk to my therapist about relationships, and I realized that I needed to overcome the fear of intimacy that I was carrying. Being in the present, I imagined for the first time in a long time what it would mean to be in a loving relationship. But how could I get there? One step at a time, one day at a time. With the help of my therapist, I found an intimacy therapist. She taught me how to be with another person, not to have sex, but to be vulnerable and open and to gaze deeply into another's soul. I was one step closer to being in an intimate relationship. Around that time, I was attending the fellowship here, and one day I met a new person here. We were on the worship team together, and I admired her. She was younger than me by 15 years, so I wasn't really thinking about a relationship. And with my newfound openness and a belief in my lovability, the woman somehow found me attractive and extended an invitation for us to meet. We had lunch together at the Wild Goose, and we still argue to this, not argue, we still talk about, till today, about whether that was our first date or not. We told each other our life stories during that lunch. I even shared the darkest days of my depression and my mania. I was ready to be open and to be vulnerable. Our lunch turned into a dinner a few days later, a trip to the coast, our first kiss, and a few months later, a proposal for marriage. Claire and I were married the next year, and a love story was born, and then it matured. As is often said, the rest is history. I had come from a place of self-loathing to a place of great self-esteem and preparedness to enter an intimate relationship with another person. I had been in the now, while at the same time preparing myself for the future of my dreams. Claire and I have been together for 6 years now. We just celebrated our 6-year anniversary a few days ago. Our now experience includes being in downtown Medford and near people who are homeless and people who are using drugs. At times in our neighborhood, we feel unsafe. How can we be present in the now while still having hope for the future? We started planning. First, we talked about having a cottage in England. Then we talked about having a home in Ashland. And finally, we talked about travel. Because we were ready and close to our dreams, our trip to travel became a reality. We went to England and to Wales together. We would not have known the joy of traveling if we had not planned and dreamed. Some of our visions for the future have not come true. We do not have a cottage in England, nor do we have a home in Ashland for financial reasons. But I truly believe that at this time in our lives, our dreams are more likely to become realized because we have envisioned them happening. And by dreaming and hard work and planning for the future, after my depression, I was able to keep a dream alive of becoming a minister again, and I found a path to returning to the ministry as a chaplain, where I work today. In closing, I remind everyone to be mindful of the present moment, to the now, to the feelings of our five senses. This is the most important moment, this moment right now. At the same time, dream. Dream in this moment. Our dreams will help us settle into the present moment to be more happy and joyful. I can take care of today. I can look at the light before me as I take the next step and remember the places that I want to go. Dreams that I can achieve, the love in my center that I can learn to spread into the world and make real love, to experience the love unfolding. Each week we take an offering to support the mission and the work of our congregation. Your gifts are by far the most important source of support for the services, the mission, and the work of this congregation. Your generosity is what keeps us going and helps us to continue to make a difference in people's lives and to the world around us. If you join us online, you will soon see directions for giving on the screen. If you are here, as we are, you can put your gift in the offering basket or scan the QR code on the back of your order of service to give electronically. We will now give and receive our morning offering. for these gifts and all of the gifts you bring to our community and into this world. Thank you. Please remember that if you need support, please contact Reverend Sean using the form on roof.org, and we will do our best to help.
Our closing hymn this morning is in your gray book. We Laugh, We Cry, number 354. There you go. We laugh, we cry, we live, we die, we dance, we sing a song. We need to feel there's something here to which we can belong. We need to feel the freedom just to have some time alone. But most of all, we need close friends we can call our very own. And we believe in life and in the strength of love. And we have found a need to be together. We have our hearts to give, we have our thoughts to receive, and we believe that sharing is an answer. A child is born among us, and we feel a special glow. We see time's endless journey as we watch the baby grow. We thrill to hear an imagination freely running wild. We dedicate our minds and hearts to the spirit of this child, and we believe in life and in the strength of love, and we have found a time to be together. And with the grace of age, we share the wonder of youth, and we believe that growing is an answer. Our lives are full of wonder, our time is very brief. The death of one among us feels small with pain and grief. But as we live, so shall we die, and when our lives are done, the memories we shared with friends will linger on, and we believe in life and in the strength of love, and we have found a place to be together. We have the right to grow, we have the gift to believe that peace within our living is an answer. We seek elusive answers to the questions of this life. We seek to put an end to all the waste of human strife. We search for truth, equality, and blessed peace of mind.
In closing, let us go forth into the world through a door of hope for the future and remembering these words by Martin Luther. Even if I knew that tomorrow the world was going to go into pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. So may it be with us.